All right, welcome to week 9. If you are watching this, it's because you were absent some point this week. This is a short week because we have conferences that are going to take up the evening on Wednesday and then the evening on Thursday, which means teachers are working 2 12-hour days. So we get Friday off, which means you get Friday off. So you only have class this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If you are in my 5th and 6th period, I will see you twice this week on Monday and Wednesday. And then if I have you on or in 4th period, I will see you just on Tuesday. We are doing several things this week, and I am making it so that you don't have slides to turn in. What we do is going to be on paper because with a short week like this, it's just easier to do that than having slides. A quick reminder / announcement, if you have never, or if you didn't have me first semester, you wouldn't have heard this, but I offer one extra credit assignment for the year, and it's worth quite a few points. So you can only do it once. If you did it last semester, you're done. You can't do it again. But it is me trying to help you fall in love with reading in any way I can, even if that means through audiobooks. And I'm really a big fan of them. Some people are very critical and say that listening to an audiobook is not the same thing. You're really not reading. It's not the same thing. So if you listen to 10 audiobooks, it doesn't mean that you read 10 books. And maybe to an extent that's true, but I think it's really cool and really powerful. And I listen to probably about 20 audiobooks a year, and I have read via listening many really interesting and cool stories. So if you are interested in looking at that extra credit option, it is in the resources folder. So you can check that out and ask me questions if you want. For my 5th and 6th period, 4th period, you can ignore this because you already did this last week. We are having a guest speaker, Shelly Ward, who works in our College and Career Center at West. She's going to come and talk to us about her job, what you can access through the College and Career Center, what resources are available to you. So if you are gone on Monday, you'll miss this, but you can always ask me and I can give you all the information on that. Okay, we are also going to do a Kahoot in class. So if you're gone on Monday, you won't get to do this, but Monday or Tuesday, but we're doing a Kahoot to review logical fallacies. And then we're also going to do a guest speaker practice run. So it might seem silly, but I want us to practice what it looks like and how we're going to ask questions when we have guest speakers. Last week, I had you fill out that career and college Google form where you told me kind of the things that you're interested in, what you're trying to think about doing after college or after high school. And I have lined up some guest speakers to come and talk to us. My goal is to have one guest speaker come every week until school is over. So that's roughly like 10 weeks or so. I already have about 5 people signed up to come, starting with the following week after this week is over. So, we're going to do a practice run by practicing how to be good listeners, how to pay attention, and how to ask good questions and take notes. And you're going to do that in class with me by interviewing me and asking me questions about my college experience and going into teaching and all that. So this is, again, an in-class activity. If you're going to be gone, just let me know and we can talk about it. Also, we're going to be doing something fun, story time before that. When I was in college, I had a very brief moment in time where I was really fascinated by personality tests. There were a couple that I took that were just very interesting to me because I had never done anything like that, and it seemed crazy how accurate they were, and they revealed a lot of things to me. And at one point, I had a conversation with my sweet grandma, pictured here, who is largely the reason that I became a teacher. She told me after I was sharing with her all the results of these tests that I took, she said, I think that based off what you just told me, the things that you're good at, the things that you're interested in and like, I think that you would be a really good teacher. So it was a combination of me taking these tests and kind of doing some self-reflection along with talking to her that really honestly led me to thinking about going into education. And here I am completely in love with my job. And so I want to give you an opportunity to think about that and do that as well. So here is my big sister speech before we take this test. Number 1, personality tests are meant to be a helpful tool for self-reflection. That's the whole purpose of why we're doing this. They should not and will not define who you are or put you in a box. I think sometimes with things like this, we can kind of get carried away and be like, well, this is my type and this is my personality or this is my astrological sign and I can't do or behave any way outside of that. Or that's just not, or even kind of, what's the word? Making excuses for things that we do that aren't necessarily good for us based off of, well, it's just in my personality to do that. Please don't do that. Please do not let this limit who you are or define who you are. It's not meant to do that. Human beings are way more complex than just results that you get from a personality test. Again, this is a tool for reflection, not to categorize us into boxes and give us reasons and excuses for doing or not doing certain things. You will grow and change with time. I personally believe that maybe like the core of who we are as people kind of tends to stay the same throughout our life, but you're going to change and you're going to grow, and there's going to be things that you don't do in 10 years that you will do or that you do now, and vice versa. Like you're just going to grow and evolve as a human being, which is a good thing. So know that whatever you get from this test that you take today, it might be the same 10 years from now, it might be totally different, and that's okay. And then lastly, when you are taking the test, please answer the questions honestly, and take your time, because if you don't do that, you're really not going to get out of this project what I'm hoping you will. So answer it honestly, not for like what you wish it was. Okay, so the test. You are going to take the test. It is literally called 16personalities.com. I'll give you the link. I want you to save your results. It'll give you an option to do that by sending it to your email. So you can just send it to your school email. And then you're going to fill out the handout that I give you in class to kind of summarize your learning. And then we're going to look specifically, this is the handout. We're going to look specifically at careers because that's part of what I'm trying to help you with. You're going to, on the back of your paper, ask these questions or respond to these. List the careers that were matched with your personality type, and then look at that and tell me, do they sound interesting? Do they look like a good match? Are any of these things kind of surprising to you? And kind of just give me your thoughts on what you see in that. Okay, the other thing I need you to do is open up your persuasive essay Google Doc that you have been working on. You're going to go to Canvas in the week 9 modules and click on APA title page format example. And you are literally going to copy and paste what you see on that page onto the first page of your document, which is me just helping you create that title page. Okay, for a big chunk of the period, 5th and 6th on Monday, you're going to work on the body of your essay. I was supposed to give you that instruction. I mean, I did give it to you when I was gone on Thursday via the sub, but I highly doubt any of you got very far with that, just because that's what happens when we have a sub. So your point number 1 paragraphs are due by Wednesday. Please, please, please use your time diligently and work on that. For Tuesday, 4th period, your point number 2 paragraphs are due by Friday because you should have already had your point number 1 done by Tuesday. That was something that I told you last Friday. And then lastly, for 5th and 6th period, you have a grammar lesson. This will be on a handout. So again, if you're gone, just let me know. Other than that, that is all that I have for week 9. If you have any questions, let me know.